Hi guys, my name is Kuro. I'm the host of the PlayStation Point. I'm here today with Armando and Tyler, and we're going to talk a lot about Sony and E3. So much came out, there's so much after news, and then there's the summer. If you
Yeah,
aren't already
starting
dying
off
from the
with
heat.
yeah, and all the summer games start with Mighty Number Nine. Yeah, we'll talk about that too later
We'll
on.
at the end, but first let's
Yeah,
go over Sony's conference.
hmm.
So here's the games that came out. God of, or were not,
Revealed.
yeah. God of War, The Last Guardian, Final Fantasy 15, Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit Becomes Human, Farpoint, Battlefront, Resident Evil 7, Batman VR, Skylanders, Crash Bandicoot, Lego Star Wars, Death Stranding, and Spider-Man.
A lot.
Yep, they definitely won the conference.
Yeah,
Mm,
Cause
yeah.
so we're gonna actually talk about three major games, and then we're gonna move on to our other topics for the day.
Hmm.
So God of War is one of them because they opened up with an orchestrated, like,
live orchestrated.
yep, and then they went along with the video they were playing, and then they were, of course, doing the other parts of the conference as well, which is pretty damn difficult. So hats off to them.
Yeah. I wasn't really paying much attention to the music because I was trying to figure out what was going on. Because I did the coverage on the website, so I missed a couple of things, and I still need to rewatch it, but I haven't had time.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, doing something different with God of War this time. It's more of a third-person perspective. There is a child involved, which is kind of ironic considering how violent God of War can be.
it's a really interesting point that I heard about from the Gymquisition, that it is bizarre that the moment people saw that there was a kid, like a son character, in the God of War trailer, people were taking bets on how soon that character would die. It's like, what?
Yeah,
I think it's
Why?
I think it's because it's really
because
common for Nvidia to have like the main character go out on a journey because someone close to them died or
There's an
something.
emotional attachment thing. That happens all the time with dogs.
Yeah, but it's basically they in order to get a character to leave, which is part of the hero's journey, they have to have some thing to kick them out
well,
of
an
their
example
home.
an example is The Last of Us. Kind of spoilers at the beginning.
It's
Yeah,
been
Um,
three
but
years. It's fine.
yeah, Joel's daughter dies,
Mhm.
so maybe it's that. Also, the fact that in past games, Kratos kills his entire family.
That's the entire history.
Yep. So,
His wife and child.
mhm. um, so this is kind of like a reboot.
It's a reboot of the reboot.
Mhm.
people were loving
So
it
this
when it
is
I
was
know
revealed.
it looks great.
a new Kratos, or
I think it's alternate universe Kratos.
because okay, I don't know what to believe, but
I've never read the lore of God of War, but if what I've seen is to be believed, then like I'm pretty sure the timeline has been completely reset.
okay,
Sounds like JoJo in
because
that respect.
I read that after the three God of War games, he's done killing all of those gods. And then he goes to where's this game based again?
They don't like,
Greece.
Greece? No, eventually
It's based on
Norse
Nordic
mythology.
mythology.
yeah, they were talking
Maybe
about that.
Valhalla.
Yeah, so he goes away, then maybe he starts family or something.
Yeah, Valhalla is
Maybe it could
basically
be
the Nordic rendition of heaven. So I'm not sure.
yeah, maybe it could be the same Kratos, but time has passed.
Yeah,
Also,
We'll
he
see
has a beard.
more when we get closer to the game's release, but also when we actually get to play the game because they're not going to reveal much in interviews upcoming to it.
fucking yeah. I just need to play God of War. I need to learn what the hell's going on with that reboot.
Mhm. Did you play past games? Have you played all? What I think there's six
There are 6. God of War 1 through 3,
Chains of Olympus.
Ascension, Chains of Olympus, Ghosts of Sparta.
Sparta, yeah.
Yeah, there are 6.
Did you play all of them?
No. I played the beta of God of War Ascension, but
I've played 5. I haven't played Ascension.
God of War wasn't my thing. I'm not like a huge beat 'em up person. Or I don't know what the hell to call it. I think it's a beat 'em up. It's definitely not a hack and slash.
Yeah. But I'm excited for this game. It looks nice from what we saw on Eddie.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a change in formula.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're going with a lot more deliberate combat. It looks.
Mhm.
I mean, like, it really just depends how it's executed at the end of the day. Because they could look pretty now, but if it comes out to be not that great when it's released, people are gonna have a shit fest.
Mm.
I mean, they're gonna have a shitfest regardless because it's not the God of War they're familiar with. They're familiar with gratuitous violence, fixed camera platforming from a third-person camera perspective, an eagle eye or bird's eye view camera perspective rather.
So,
They're used to gratuitous violence with crazy finishers. Like this is different from the traditional God of War formula. It's more deliberate, I'd say.
So this game is developed by Santa Monica Studios. Like same people that made God of War, other God of War games.
So I mean, we know that they know what they're doing with the God of War series.
Mm-hmm.
So I have faith in them that they know what they're doing with this.
So what was their last? Because they help other studios with their games. They're known for doing that. Other Sony first-party studios. But what was their last game that they worked on? Was it God of War Ascension?
I don't remember.
Fat Princess Adventures?
Fat Princess?
Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Oh.
The Order 1886.
No, but they help other studios just to they help development.
These are all collaborative developments.
Yeah, but what was their last game that they worked on, not helped?
God of War Ascension.
Ascension?
Yeah. Back in 2013. So it's been 3 years since the last God of War game. If you don't count God of War 3 Remastered, which was developed by a different team anyways.
Yeah. So what they've been working on this for those 3 years maybe.
Yeah. I'd say that those 3 years definitely show because there's a lot of effort that looks.
And actually, that's around the time when the PS4 was about to come out. So I'd actually just with those dates. So nonetheless, I'm excited for this game. We'll see how it turns out.
Yep.
Because Kratos isn't that compelling character. I hate Kratos so much. Well, we'll see if this game actually makes me care about him.
Well, I don't know. It looks like they're turning him into a father figure, which is going to be interesting.
Joel, the new Joel.
Well, I mean, like, let's hope it'll get you to like Kratos. Just how Resident Evil will bring back its fans after what happened with Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Because Resident Evil 6 was pretty bad.
Well, I mean, like,
coming from someone who is a fan of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I love Resident Evil 4 and 5.
Yeah, I watched gaming sins of Resident Evil 6, and it's just ew.
Everything about it is bad. Like, I mean, the set pieces that they use is amazing when you play as Leon, but when you play as any other character, it is some generic action shooter.
Yeah, but now Resident Evil 7 is taking a different sort of direction with psychological horror, kind of like PT. Oh wait, Konami, you're stupid. So basically, it sounds like they're gonna bank off of what PT was, but do it
looks
more.
like I think this was probably in development for a while because it looks like I don't know how big their team is over at Capcom that was working on this, but they couldn't have made this in a year.
Nope.
Or 2 years? 2 years.
Well, the demo is just like a tonal taste of the game. Like, we won't actually see this again in the actual final version of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like this game is more or less for VR. Like, it's kind of being designed as a VR game.
Yeah, but you can still play it PS4. I'm just
Yeah.
not gonna play any more of it after playing the demo. No, thank you. That's okay.
I still need to play the demo. I haven't installed the demo. I need to play the
There's
demo.
multiple endings apparently.
I know, and I will spend as much time as I want playing it.
I will not.
Yeah.
But for those who like that kind of shit, go ahead.
I mean, well, the first things first. Resident Evil is pretty known for its esoteric and confusing puzzles. I mean, just look at Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 has some crazy puzzles. Turn the valve to douse the flames of the helicopter to get bullets? Okay. Sure.
Counterintuitive.
Yeah. Oh shit, I thought there'd be a useful item here. I guess not.
I don't have much to say about Resident Evil. I think I've only played.
I want to play Resident Evil 5
I played 4
all the way through. I would love to play Resident Evil 5 with somebody because that game is an amazing co-op game.
Hmm.
Resident Evil 6, no. It's because the controls are really weird on PC. There are 5 buttons for dodge.
What?
Yeah, Z, X, and C on your keyboard are dodge back left, dodge back right.
That doesn't make any sense.
And if you want to dodge left, right, back, or forward, you press space WASD.
What?
Yeah, space is your dodge button. Didn't you know that?
No.
How dare you not know that?
I'm
Considering
not
that you've never played Resident Evil 6 on PC.
I'm not part of the PC master race, goddammit.
Yeah. Also, the game is dark as fuck. Like, goddamn. I turn up the brightness. There's a brightness setting in the game that lets you bring it up to 40 or negative 40. Guess what? Bringing it up to 40 does fucking nothing. It's still dark as shit. You can't see anything.
That's sad.
So yeah, Resident Evil 7. I'm looking forward to it.
Then our next game, Death Stranding. Kojima coming out like a badass on stage. And it, like, what do you have to say? I'm back, everyone. I'm just like, oh, you shit.
Yeah, I like the fact that he started the walk like in time with the floor panels, and then halfway through he's just like, fuck it, just
He's just like, I'm important enough to not give a shit.
yeah, fuck this. Konami knows what they're missing just by the floor panels.
Sony essentially handed him like a blank paycheck and was like, go for it. Like, Andrew House, every time he is next to Kojima, he's always like so happy.
I know. The thing is that you can tell that they're just like, they don't know what to do now. Like, they have Kojima now, and they're just like, shit, what do we do? Do nothing. Let him do everything. Just do it.
Everyone will buy his game regardless.
Yeah. Kojima fans are Kojima fans. That's the best way to explain it.
Well, then, like, some people on Twitter were like, well, it's Kojima. It's weird. What did we expect?
Yeah.
And then there's, like, photos of him with the Phoenix Wright demo, and, like, he's doing an objection pose.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Well, Kojima in general just seems like an awesome guy. Like he would probably be the kind of guy you'd want to hang out with if you were the designated driver at a party. I wouldn't make him the designated driver ever. Like I don't want to know where we would go. I don't want to wake up with some kind of Peace Walker bomb. Like I don't want to wake up with stitches in my torso. Like what the fuck happened?
Do you realize he's a parent though? Actually.
Mhm. You have to consider first off, he's a parent, so he has a wife and child, and yet he still spends a deliberate amount of time on 70% naked women and boob physics. Which I, as a person, am incredibly uncomfortable with seeing, but I still love MGS5. And I really do love Quiet as a character. Just change the goddamn outfit.
He may have approved of it, like, at the meeting, but it probably just wasn't him as well that one.
Well, Quiet definitely has a very interesting personality, and I'm not talking about her endowments. She does have an interesting backstory, and it's pretty cool. But
I will read about that later.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you read it, then you're going to be spoiled of essentially 70% of the plot.
I don't give a shit. Like, I already watched the Him and Daisy comics of all the Metal Gear games, and they're pretty much what the Metal Gear games are.
Yeah, but MGS5 is one of those games I think people should experience if they're like a fan of open world games at the very least, because it is an entire level of stealth action. Like I love it as it is, even though the story is really, really disappointing.
Well, I mean, how do you think that's gonna affect Death Stranding, though?
I have a feeling that he's actually going to make it more complete because I feel like Konami was just like, all right, just give us the game and whatever. You can update it when you're done. You can add more missions later.
Just get the fuck out.
Yeah, and then when it came out, they were just like, all right, get the fuck out of here. We're gonna make your franchise into a pachinko machine. Fuck you.
He did say he wanted to go to, like, an island, like a deserted island for, like, 6 months, and people are like, please don't do that.
He would have been able to have come up with a plot for MGS6 while doing that. He could have been able to have made a sequel to MGS3 like that. If you played MGS3, it's essentially the same thing.
Well, I think the fact that he was saying that was freaking people out. They're like, you're not okay, just don't do anything rash, sort of thing.
Well, people really love Kojima. That's the thing. He's a really nice guy. He just makes really weird games. That's the thing. He is a really nice guy. If you see him on Twitter and everything, he talks in a really like gentle manner. He overall seems like a nice guy to talk to.
Seems like it.
Yeah. But yeah, Death Stranding. I don't know what to think of that game because all I saw was a trailer. The only thing I'm excited about is the fact that the trailer was rendered live in an engine of some kind.
So doesn't that mean that they've been working hard on what's going to be the game's engine?
Yeah, and that means that what we saw was potentially the graphical, like the technical specifications of their engine at this point in development, which means that their game might look really fucking good.
They still haven't chosen an engine.
Yeah, but it was rendered live in something.
Yeah.
Like, it was rendered live on some PC, or a PS4 perhaps. It was rendered live on something.
Probably a PC, but...
Kojima
yeah, I mean, it's probably a PC.
Kojima was,
or at least the dev kit.
Was posting pictures on Twitter about the process that they did for that. I'm trying to look for it, but I think he said it took them like 3 months to get that ready.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is that Kojima is a nice guy, and the staff at Kojima Productions are really good at their jobs. Like, they do so much research and background information. Like, they have insane accuracy with what they do.
Yeah, and I think you have to actually be bilingual if you want to actually apply.
Well, I mean, Kojima Productions is a U.S. studio.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think you have to be bilingual, though, essentially.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, Kojima does have a pretty firm grasp on Western culture when you think about it.
Yeah, but that's Kojima. That's not the rest of the staff, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, Kojima is bilingual, is the thing. He needs to be bilingual. I don't think his staff needs to be. I'm pretty sure it could work either way.
I mean, everyone in Japan learns English, but whether or not they use it past K through 12, essentially, is a different story, because a lot of people apparently don't.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling that a lot of the people who work in the U.S. studio probably have at least some sort of grasp on English. Maybe a very basic understanding where they understand the English language and its dialect, but
they probably know up to like a kindergartner's reading level, but then past that, they would have to just do that on their own.
Kind of concerns me a little bit. I'm hoping that Sony handles the localization in that instance.
It may depend because, like, localization requires someone who basically understands English language because it gets sent 3 different times between the... let's take NIS America, for example.
Mhm.
They get a rough script from NIS in Japan. So then they kind of fix that up to make it more understandable, goes back and forth until it's a proper, like, English script, and then they kind of work on translating everything else as well.
Mhm.
And that's when they start recording lines and hiring people to do that. But it does take a solid while just to get the script going from complete Japanese to full English.
Yeah. I saw a picture that someone posted from, I think maybe Square Enix, one of the Square Enix office of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bookshelf full of binders, and apparently all of those binders are like 20, 25 binders, probably 500 pages worth of stuff in each one, something like that. And all of that combined was the script, the localized script for Dragon Quest VII.
Yeah, Dragon Quest is a really huge RPG, so that doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, it's still amazing just how much effort is put into the localization if your localization team cares.
Yeah. But yeah, localization's not gonna be easy, but I feel like Kojima had that in mind when he started the studio. I think, like, since he started the studio, he's been trying to get it going. And that's probably his first goal. And then they did the demo, or the reveal demo for the game, and now I think they're just working on getting it going at that point. But
Yeah.
I do expect good things from them. Hopefully in 2018, not like 2020, but, you know, we'll see.
I wouldn't mind. Give him as much time as he needs.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I mean,
but,
it's his first project outside of Konami's grasp. Give him the time.
I know, but like 5 years is a bit long in the development cycle.
I mean, the development cycle for MGS5 was 4 years.
Yeah, he'll take his time. If anything, the earliest I would say we would see is 2020.
Maybe 2019 if we're lucky. At the very least, we'll see gameplay of it in some respect by next year.
What I hope is, I hope they don't show it next year. I don't want this.
True.
I don't want this to be the the Last Guardian. So just don't.
That's true. Well, I mean, it'll be more like MGS5 if you think about it, because I don't know. As long as he doesn't release another Ground Zeroes for Death Stranding.
I think that was just Konami.
I think it was a mix of both. Like, I mean, Kojima needed an establishing ground for the plot of MGS5 because it seemed really bizarre that it would start with the first mission that way, and if you didn't have any background whatsoever. But I mean, Konami definitely split it into a standalone.
Yeah.
But the games, either way, both of them look drastically different from one another.
Mm.
So that brings us to, why didn't Dreams come to E3 actually? And they're from Media Molecule, the people who made Sackboy.
They did show it off. They did show it off at a GDC recently, didn't they?
But the thing is,
so. Oh yeah, it was a GC.
GDC, like, yeah, but that's like a smaller conference.
But
it's a kind
of game development.
They did show it off, and the thing is that not only did they show it off, but they had an artist there who was taking requests on Twitter or in this Twitch chat to make characters live in the Dreams engine, and like they made the character from Journey and a couple other characters.
But I mean, like, it's a big deal that they didn't come to E3, because E3 is the show of the year when everybody comes to show off their stuff, and apparently
all the stuff was focused primarily on Sony Interactive Entertainment games, and I don't think Media Molecule is a Sony Interactive Entertainment
They're a third
sister
party,
company.
but they still they've made a big deal with Sony. So the fact
Mhm.
that they didn't come, people are like, where'd they go? And apparently they're just busy on Dreams,
Yeah.
which is fine because that means that they're still in the middle of production. They're not even close to finishing.
Isn't Medium Molecule first party?
Yeah,
they're first party.
So yeah, it's not actually third party, but it's still a big deal that they didn't come. Like that's the point. Because it's a VR game too. And
They haven't said anything about VR yet, but I think it will be VR.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be for VR.
Yeah.
In some form. Like they did add PlayStation Move support for Little Big Planet 2 after the Move came out. Like they just added it back in later, so it could be possible that when Dreams comes out, they'll add VR support later.
Mm-hmm. Probably, I think we'll see it at Gamescom. That's the next conference, big conference, and it's in Europe. So.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the big one. That's actually a good point because Media Molecule is a British company.
Yeah, they barely go to E3.
Yeah.
They always show off their games at Gamescom.
I don't even think they showed off Little Big Planet 2.
I know it was announced at E3.
Yeah, it was announced, but I don't think they showed it off.
Yeah.
Like Little Big Planet 3 and Dreams were the first two games I think they showed off as games at E3. So, I mean, it's not too far out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I need people to play Little Big Planet 3 with.
I have Little Big Planet 3.
Yay.
So that brings us to PlayStation VR release date, October 13th, 2016. And people, looks like, are pretty excited about VR. I got to try it out E3 Live. Not PlayStation VR, but VR in general. It's fucking awesome. I'm gonna wait 2 years, though, to play the games I want. And pre-orders are opening up back in the summer, so hopefully next month or August, the pre-orders are going to start again as the second wave. If you go to PlayStation website for VR, you can sign up for an email alert, but expect to pay $400 to $500 again.
Mm-hmm.
So, Armando, this has been kind of my question since E3 Live. Why did you buy 2 headsets?
What?
2 PlayStation VR headsets.
Didn't buy them, pre-ordered them. I think I'm just gonna cancel the regular one. So I did it because when the
Wait, you bought 2?
No, I pre-ordered 2. I pre-ordered the regular one, just the headset, and then the bundle. I did that because the regular SKU was up for pre-order first. Then like a week later, they announced the bundle, and I pre-ordered the bundle as well. But I'll just end up canceling one of them.
Well, I don't think you need a second PS4.
No, I don't have a second PS4.
Do you need a second PS4, Arms?
I was gonna get one if the Neo was the thing, but no, it's not. Well, now I can just put that money towards the VR.
Well, I mean, if anyone on BlazeKick wants a headset, you should ask. Because the pre-orders are going to sell out pretty quick, probably for the second.
Yeah.
So I think the only one that will sell out definitely is the bundle. It comes with the camera and the Move controllers.
Well, I mean, the camera can be bought for like $40.
Yeah.
Amazon used.
And I mean, there's probably going to be some shortage issues at the beginning, but I think they'll have VRs by November again because they have to sell those things.
I think it'll be nice to finally have another use for this thing.
Oh.
I got this thing for Resistance 3, that's for sure.
But didn't you see the new one? There's a new one
that looks weird.
Is there a new one?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there's a new one. There's a new blaster.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. It's like the handgun.
Yeah.
It's much simpler though in design.
Yeah, this is like there are 2 ways to reload because this pumps back. There's a trigger back here. The move button is here. You have square and triangle are here.
Dang.
It's pretty cool. If you play Resistance 3 with this, it's really cool.
I mean, like, if you can use that's cool.
Yeah.
So then,
I expect you'd be able to use it with some of the VR games at the very least. You're going to be able to use it with Farpoint, I expect.
so then that leads us to how the PS4K was not shown at E3. They're like, no, we're not gonna do that, but we'll tell you about it.
Microsoft forced their hand, and
Yeah.
they briefly touched on it.
Yeah. So I think when we recorded the last episode, we still didn't know it was not gonna be at E3.
Yeah.
I think that Friday of that week, that was when Sony said that that it exists, but they weren't gonna talk about it at E3.
Yeah, that was the day after the video podcast went up, and it was like, well,
Yep.
oh well. But yeah, it wasn't shown. I don't really blame them. They already had like a huge lineup of stuff at their booth. But will we probably see it or talked about soon? Probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully for their sake, they will have it ready by holiday season, and they can bundle that with like VR.
I don't think it's coming out this year.
Well, I
think
mean-
so. Based on all this rumors, all the specs that we heard about this thing, it's not as powerful as the Project Scorpio. So that might have played part in why they didn't decide to talk about it.
Yeah, but
They
then like
went back to work on it.
But like if they don't have it ready by holiday season, when will it be a good point for people to like, oh, I'm gonna pay for this? Because holiday season is like
Next year. Not this holiday season, maybe next holiday season. With Project Scorpio, I think they're gonna go against each other again.
Well, I mean, like, do you also think that the PS4K will influence people's decisions to buy PlayStation VR though?
Maybe. What they said about the Neo so far was that they're not doing it to add more power to the VR headset. I mean, it will work with the VR headset. Maybe there's gonna be some things that you'll be able to experience more on Neo than on the regular PS4. But I think it will depend on how VR, how it performs, and if it's still really like supported a lot next year.
I mean, clearly it
Well,
does
we hope.
work well on a regular PS4. I think it just depends like who buys it.
Yeah. It will come down to the games, just like everything, like the Vita. The Vita is an awesome system, but
They
Sony,
didn't support it.
yeah, and it's the same thing with VR. The
And-
VR might be really cool, and all that, and I'm sure it's gonna have a lot of games for its initial launch, but what's gonna come after that? That's the question.
Well, Psychonauts, Rhombus and Ruin, and Dreams are coming in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like 2 years away. So I mean,
It only took, I think it took Sony about almost 2 years to just drop the Vita. So,
well, I mean, like the thing is though, they're starting out with Resident Evil 7, so that's like one of the big ones that game will sell.
Yeah.
mhm. I was surprised that Sony didn't really talk about VR that much during the
No, but-
press
well, I mean-
conference.
They didn't need to touch on it. They just needed a price and a couple of games that people would be interested in.
Yeah.
No, but that was my main thing, is like that they did push for it. They did bring it into the conference. It was a good portion of the conference. So they are saying, yes, come buy it. Essentially. They already had Pat from Game Theory do the Resident Evil demo, and he put that on his channel. So clearly they do want people to buy it. Now whether people will actually buy it is the question.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's not that tough of a question. I think people will buy it, but less people are going to buy it. The longer the roadmap of the VR system is going to be narrowed. Like right now, we see a decent lineup. We see a couple of good games that have potential, but if they don't continue to support it like this, then there's no way that the PlayStation VR will succeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same thing happened with the Vita. The Vita had an awesome launch lineup and launch window lineup, and just what it took them like a year.
Are the past? Are the are there are the? Are we gonna have 2 podcasts in a row with the Norman Reedus thumbnail? Because I really expect you to have the Norman Reedus holding a Vita thumbnail.
No,
Please.
but somebody made that already. I can't make that. Like I don't steal memes. That's the thing. I'm not a meme stealer.
Well, what are you gonna make for thumbnail for this?
I don't know yet.
Norman Reedus holding a Doritos Locos Taco.
See, I was thinking of making him hold Mighty Number 9, but that was already done. So
Sponsor us, Taco Bell.
Yes, I love Doritos.
Yeah, and I love Doritos Locos Tacos.
So.
South Park joke here.
Oh yeah, you're playing South Park.
I finished South Park in one
Oh
sitting.
really? Oh, so good. So good. I love that game.
That game is great. I don't like South Park. I like The Stick of Truth.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
but you didn't get all the references, right? Like the underpants.
I got most of the jokes.
Okay.
I'm deeply rooted in TV culture a little bit in the 90s, so I know some of the South Park jokes.
Okay. You should at least try to watch the last season of South Park before the new one comes out, because they're gonna borrow a lot of plot from there.
Yeah,
I'll try, because I'll be
Just a few
honest, like
episodes.
20% of the humor in that game made me uncomfortable. Like, I'm not 100% comfortable in, killing an aborted fetus turned into a Nazi zombie.
That's South Park for you.
Yeah, that's South Park. I mean, like that's just kind of the thing where it's just like, I just want it to end, but this is kind of silly. I do kind of like it, but just stop.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, while you're waiting for the next game, you know what there's going on? Sales on PSN. Just in case you hadn't bought that old Square Enix game of Final Fantasy, or you haven't bought Borderlands yet.
Yeah, plenty of Final Fantasy plenty of Square Enix to go around. You got Drakengard 3, Final Fantasy 1. You got Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. You got Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy 8 and 9. Final Fantasy Tactics if you want that. Dissidia, Final Fantasy 4, 5, basically just every fucking goddamn just Final Fantasy. And also Parasite Eve, which is a really good game.
So yeah, there's sales going on PSN. There is the E3 sale as well, and you get an extra if you're a PS Plus member, so there's that.
Yep. Oh yeah, I did see that something was on sale. I can't remember.
Did you guys pick up anything from that sale?
Nope.
No, I already have most of the RPGs I wanted from Square Enix. I might pick up. Well, I don't really know what I'd want to pick up. I already have Origins.
I have Zero Time Dilemma coming up at the end of the month, so I'm good.
I already have Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 on PC. I guess I can pick up Final Fantasy 13.
I
got there was a Square Enix Easter gift bag that came with Final Fantasy 13 too in it, but not 13. So in order for me to play that goddamn game, I need to play 13 first.
Oh yeah, because you get stuff from taking your save files over.
Yeah, and also because it's tied into Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, because like what happened with my brother is that like his old PS3 that was backwards compatible died on him, so he lost all of his save data for his original Final Fantasy 13 game. So he had to like replay the game so that he could put the save data in 2 to get the stuff he wanted.
Nobody should ever have to play through Final Fantasy 13 more than once. He
actually likes Final Fantasy, so I'm kind of like, whatever.
Well, I mean, Final Fantasy 13 is a different level of Final Fantasy. Like,
yeah,
it is. Fair enough. Okay.
Like, I saw him play the Final Fantasy 13 3, and looking at like the color coordinator for your character, and I was just like, nope.
Well, Final Fantasy Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 is a lot different than Final Fantasy 13. Like, if you're talking about the first Final Fantasy 13, that thing is a chore.
Yeah, because my sister wanted me to play it, and I was like, nope, not playing it.
You press a button and win, and you go down the same hallway, except with different designs.
That's just lazy.
Yeah, I know. Final Fantasy 13.
Thing to note that ends today. Maybe it's not going to benefit our listeners, but it might benefit you guys if you buy games on PSN. If you spend $100, you get 15 back.
Yay.
Yeah, so spend it on themes, on avatars.
No, I already have the themes and the avatars I want. I have my pretty theme, and then I have my NAS America avatar.
I'm waiting for PSN to have Persona 5 so I can preload. And if they have a theme, yes, I'm buying that. I hope they have a theme.
But didn't you already pre-order Take Your Heart edition?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Crazy.
I pre-ordered
I need
this
Persona. I need Persona.
See, I don't know if anyone's gonna trust you financially later on.
I just like Persona. That's
So do I, but I also know my limits.
But so I figured this out. In February, I'm not gonna buy anything. Just gonna stick with my Persona budget.
You are buying something. You're buying Persona.
Yeah, but not any other games that come out that month.
Okay.
Just
But
Persona.
if you're double buying Persona 5, you're technically buying something else.
I'm buying. Yeah, so if they put up Persona 5 on PSN with a theme, I'm buying that. If not, I won't worry.
So you're buying
about it.
Persona 5 3 times.
4. PS3, PS4, digital PS4, and Japanese copy.
You crazy. Crazy motherfucker.
Persona. So on the past sale on the E3 one, I think I picked up 3 games.
Fucking weep.
I picked up the Mega Man collection.
The Legacy?
Yeah, $10. That's a good price for it. I was
That
playing
that has a better value than Mighty Number 9.
Which is our next topic!
Oh god. By the way, I hate playing Mega Man with the DualShock,
You use the D-pad.
but I still hate the D-pad on the DualShocks.
That is fair.
So, but yeah, playing Mega Man 2 on there,
Mhm.
still good. And Mighty Number 9. That thing came out.
You guys can rant about it.
I can rant about it, you mean. Arms is gonna try to defuse the situation because I'm gonna turn this thing into a shitstorm. I'm gonna turn this thing into fucking fire.
Okay, start your rant. I'll cut it.
Alright, so if you remember the last time we talked about Mighty Number 9 in the last PlayStation Point episode, this is why I'm never the guest on podcasts.
You're a regular now.
Yay! So Mighty Number 9, it had a shaky development cycle. You know, in the middle of development, they started pledging about, you know, a manga, a cartoon, so it's all sorts of crazy stuff before they finish the game. You know, trying to establish the merchandise. You know, trying to sell as much as they can, selling those weird little plushes for some reason. Got pretty exciting. I want you all to look back on that wonderful time full of innocence and joy and fun at the fact of a Mega Man gameplay style reboot, and look at what we have now. Because Mighty Number 9 is one of the biggest bombshell releases I've ever seen in my life. This goes right up there with Superman 64. Because they delayed, not only did they delay the Xbox 360 release longer, the Vita version of the game is nowhere in sight. The PS4 codes for people who have backed it and got a copy and are supposed to get their redeemed code through Humble Bundle might find that your code may not even be valid. So, as a backer of someone who may have backed the game 3 years ago during the campaign and wished to play it on the release day, guess what? Your code doesn't do anything. So you're still waiting for your game. Also, on Xbox One, apparently no issues whatsoever, but if you're playing on the Wii U, good luck, because there are tons of graphical errors, performance issues, and it might break your console to the point of not even being usable anymore. And finally, the Steam version, for people who backed it on that and got their copy through there, might find that their copy of Mighty No. 9 is actually a demo code, and their DLC might be duplicate. All this, along with the fact that before the release day, they had issues with the survey that didn't allow everyone to do the console survey to find out what copy their game was going to be on. So they had to do it again. Back up a little bit. They had a delay because they couldn't figure out what was going on with the online multiplayer causing issues, so they had to delay it longer. Go further back. They had issues with the whatever. They had to delay it again. Go further before that. They announced that they were working on a game called Red Ash that was going to be a game/anime. That Kickstarter campaign bombed. They tried to release a prototype that was essentially something I could have made in Game Maker's studio in an hour, and tried to say, hey, look, this is our vision for what's going on. Guess what? They reused assets from Mighty No. 9 in order to sell their point, and then the campaign ended because, surprise, they found a publisher that's willing to fund the entire project for them, so it's happening anyways. Fuck you guys. On top of that, they made a cartoon that looks like it was made by a bunch of college students for Mighty No. 9. They're going to be working on a CG cartoon along with all that. Now let's go fast forward back into what we have now. Look at what we have. Such a disaster. I'm trying not to yell because I still haven't gotten my key to work, and I've been waiting 3 years for this.
You can yell during your review.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna try my code right now just to prove you wrong.
PSN updated, so I think it was more problem with the PlayStation Store.
I have a feeling. I mean, I tried it at 9 a.m., so...
Honestly, like, just watching the Mighty No. 9 hashtag on Twitter yesterday was, like, hilarious.
Oh, there we go. It finally works. Good.
See? Told you.
Good. Good.
So now you can...
I must update the system software to play this fucking game, though.
That's hilarious.
I didn't get any sleep last night because I was waiting for my code to work. You
That's
bought
why
the game
preloaded.
twice.
Yeah, so I preloaded
I
it.
cannot fathom mentally why you bought the game twice.
So I preloaded it. So that's why I got to play yesterday, and that's why I recorded a video that should go up.
Yeah.
Today.
Try to get that flash fire up before this podcast goes up.
Yeah, that's gonna go up today.
The world needs to know what is happening with Mighty No. 9. I didn't expect such a phenomenal disaster as Mighty No. 9. Like, I didn't think that the launch for this game would be so disastrous. They had a live stream of the game where it was Inafune and some guy talking about it, and it wasn't even a stream where they were showing off the game. The game was playing in the background with two random people. They were just talking.
Yeah.
And you know what? I saw a video. I think you might have tweeted it out. I think you retweeted it, Arms. I'm not sure. Maybe it was Noah. I'm not 100% certain. Of some guy who is still waiting for his back reward for $250 because he was supposed to get a poster that you select one of. You decide one of two of. Like, there were two different poster types that you could have chosen from.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Walmart, bought the same poster for $27, and it was double-sided. It had both sides. It had both art for $27. You paid $250 to get only one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
I feel horrible for the people who spent $10,000 to have dinner with Inafune.
Someone did that, right?
I think 5 people did that.
Oh, God. Oh, that's going to be an awkward
And you know what? They still have to pay for the fucking flight.
Flight? Yeah. Oh, God.
And they probably have to pay for Japanese lessons.
No, they get a translator.
They get a translator? For free, or they have to pay for it?
I think they have to pay for it.
I hope the concept provides it. That's just a mess right there.
They have to pay for a translator to talk to Inafune. Like, you paid $10,000 to have dinner with them. Fucking A. Don't
Oh,
even ask him questions. Just eat dinner silently with him. Never break eye contact.
Hideki
Make it the
Kamina
most awkward and uncomfortable dinner ever. Make it like a dinner you have with your in-laws before you like propose to your wife.
Oh my
Make it
gosh.
that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So Hideki Kamina made a tweet. So someone tweeted him saying, "Ifune's Mighty Number 9 is getting poor reviews. How does it feel knowing you were right?" Hideki Kamina responded, "Nothing. That is it."
Yeah, nothing is what should have happened to this game. But instead we got something better than nothing. We got a bombshell. And you know what? Before I even got the game, like before I even got my code, I had written my opening paragraph for my review, and I'm gonna read it to you guys right now. I backed Mighty Number 9 3 years ago, and the first delay happened right around the end of summer 2015. By then, they released an early demo of the game with 2 levels. It came in a zip file, which you had to extract manually, and all the files were loose in a series of folders, making you need to search through the folders of an Unreal Engine 3 project to find the mn9.exe file. It was poorly organized and seemed rushed, and little did I know is that the demo alone described the entire development team's approach to a simple video game concept. And that is going to be the beginning of probably one of the most savage roast reviews I am ever going to make on the site. Because there is nothing that can redeem this game for me. I hate this game. I haven't even played it, and I hate this game.
So what if you end up liking it a bit?
If this code never worked, I would have reviewed the demo. Nothing has changed since that demo.
You know what you can do though? You can change the voice acting Japanese.
Yeah, but the voice acting is still cringy as fuck and annoying.
In English.
Yeah, because all of the voice actors are from anime.
Exactly.
You're gonna make an anime fan cry on prom night, guys. Guess what? Your entire fucking VA crew are anime VAs. You got fucking Yuri Lowenthal, basically the Matthew Mercer of Japanese games.
Yeah. So I played it at midnight Pacific.
Because you bought it twice.
Because I bought it twice, exactly.
I, as a backer, who didn't give a shit,
you have to wait.
Had to wait another 12 hours.
Yep. To play. Yep. That's how this works. It's okay. From what I played, it's okay.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not bad. It's okay.
Yeah.
People are saying
that,
the spiritual successor to a beloved jump and shoot man franchise is okay.
It wants to be, but it's not.
It's fucking okay. It's not okay. Look at me. Look at me. Never break eye contact. It's not okay.
The game is okay. It's kind of fun.
The game itself is not okay. The fact that it's okay is okay. The game is not okay.
No, people are saying that it should be used as like a case study for business students in terms of like crowdfunding. I think versus another game like I think it was Ukulele.
Shovel Knight is a better example.
Shovel Knight, yeah, Shovel Knight is like the big one. That is a smash success. Yeah. They handled crowdfunding perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I feel like this is just another eye opener for people to be more aware of what they're kickstarting.
I mean, yeah, we fell into the hype is the thing. That's what happened. But the thing is that a lot of people who backed Bloodstained also fell into the hype, and they got a demo that is bounds better than what we got for Mighty Number 9. Like if you've seen the demo for Bloodstained, it looks fantastic already. When we got the demo for Mighty Number 9, it looked like it would have barely been accepted as an Xbox 360 launch title.
Mm-hmm.
It looked awful.
They made a lot of mistakes during the development. First, choosing Unreal Engine 3 when it was going out of the window pretty soon.
It was right at the tail end of Unreal Engine 3. They had just reviewed Unreal 4.
Yep.
Then they should have gone with 4 at that point.
Yeah, I don't know if license was available for Unreal 4 until 2014. Because Unreal Engine 4 was like just being revealed through tech by that point. Like they were just showing off like dynamic lighting and um, particle shaders and shit. Like they were
Yeah.
just showing off the tech at that point
Mhm.
for investors,
Um,
I think, or some shit.
it does look like a kind of like a PS2 game. Not even a PS3 game. PS2 game. It's bad.
Yeah, it looks bad. It looks awful. It doesn't like even if they cut the PS3 and Xbox 360 out of the equation, it's still like if they tried to make it work on current gen, it probably would still look awful.
hmm Um, the I had fun with it just because I realized that this game will be fun if you're a speedrunner because you can use backstash ability. So
Yeah, but for how long until it gets monotonous?
yeah, exactly. Um,
I have a feeling that that's like the only thing that can even be memorized through pattern and muscle memory compared to, oh, I don't know, the level design of Mega Man
yeah.
as we traditionally know it, the boss patterns of Mega Man as we know it.
So if you guys get a Mighty Number 9, I'm talking to you, the listeners.
I can't believe I
If you
have to
don't,
download a fucking update for my PS4 now to play Mighty Number 9.
and if you don't like it, try a Mega Man. Mega Man is available everywhere.
Yeah, just get the Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Yeah,
Get it on Wii U. Get
or
the gold Mega Man Amiibo. Just do it. Just do it.
yeah.
And if you got a physical copy of Mega Man 9 for the Wii U, burn it immediately and don't ever put it in your console because it'll destroy it. I don't want to have to see news of people having to send in their Wii U to
Mighty
Nintendo for Mighty Number 9.
Number.
It's like, hey, can you unbrick my console, please? And they're gonna be like, well, what did you do to it? I played Mighty Number 9.
I played a game that was published through you for your system, and it fucked it up. And at that point, it's not your fault. It's Concept's fault, but
I played a game that somehow does more damage to your game that does more damage to the console it's in than Dalmatians 3. Look that up on YouTube. You'll find the Cat Icarus episode.
uh,
And another good part is okay. So I wanted the Vita version. I wanted the Vita version for the game. It sucks that it's not available right now.
So
Yeah.
are you a virgin?
Why? I wanted the Vita version.
yeah, but the beta version's like nowhere to be found at this point.
Yeah, but the game is cross-buy, so even if you have a PS4 copy, you get a PS3 copy as well. And once
And a
the
PS
Vita-
Vita.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, the Vita version is still nowhere in sight, though. We have no idea where it is. It probably doesn't even exist anymore. It's probably hidden deep within the vaults.
I hope it exists.
Yeah,
That's
I doubt it. They're probably going to bury it. Like it's going to be buried like a bunch of. They're probably going to have to bury all the unbought copies of Mighty Number 9 in the same landfill that E.T. the Extraterrestrial did.
Honestly, because like
Can't wait for that movie, James Rolfe.
honestly, like their PR department has to figure out like how to make them come back. Cause
They have to do damage control.
oh yeah.
Like they have to do damage control.
I haven't seen any so far on Twitter.
You know what the sad thing is? The Wii U version, like the physical version of the Wii U game, which is what's causing the bricking, I believe. That was probably done before they found out the issue, and it was just too late for them to resolve it. Like they couldn't recall all the copies. But now that the damage has been done, they have to recall all the copies and they have to reimburse people.
Yeah.
Like this is a shit show like nothing I've ever seen for an indie developer. I've seen stuff like this happen with like third parties and AAAs before. I've seen damage control like this before. Halo the Master Chief Collection is a fantastic example of that. But this is devastatingly awful. It's ruining a $300 console because they decided, oh wait, Unreal 3 doesn't work on the Nintendo Wii U, so we have to convert it to Unity in order for it to work. And then they didn't test it. They didn't test the physical version on their Wii U. They probably tested it on a dev kit, but that's different than an actual like home console hardware.
The last tweet they made was 8 hours ago.
Yeah, they've
They're looking into things apparently.
Oh. Yeah.
they're looking into roof access right about now.
So another thing to add about Mighty Number 9.
Business suicide joke.
If you have it on PS4, it has a platinum trophy.
Hey, I have both the DLC. Thank God.
So it has a platinum trophy on. It has separate trophies lists for PS3.
Don't you dare go for the
PS4.
platinum of this
I'm not
shit.
going for the platinum. No, hell no. You know why?
Okay.
This is
probably
the
a hard
one.
platinum.
This is the
No.
one thing. This is the one platinum that you've ever noped.
Oh, I'm not going for this one. It's like the Mega Man trophies. I'm not going for all the trophies on that.
You're totally going for all the trophies. Get the fuck out of
The
here.
Mega Man? No.
Of course you are.
No. Have you seen the trophy list?
Yeah.
It's
You
hard.
would totally do it. You love Mega Man.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get. It doesn't. The Mega Man collection doesn't even have a platinum. It's just 100%. So
What the hell are we breaking it up for? We're talking about platinums.
yes.
So
You fucking
regardless,
platinum god needing to deal with their platinum shit. Fucking what the hell?
Hey,
regardless
it has a
of
platinum.
platinum trophies. You
I don't
guys
even
think
have a
that-
platinum. I just dropped my first 1,000 gamer score game, which is like the Xbox version of a platinum.
Yeah.
So,
What game was it?
do you think
Doom.
a lawsuit will
nice.
come out of this, though?
Yes.
The what?
A lawsuit.
The fact that there are probably people who have their Wii U's bricked and have tons of digital content on it right now because they couldn't wait to get the digital version of Mighty Number 9. The fact that there are potentially people who have hundreds of dollars worth of games that they can't even access anymore is grounds for lawsuit because of poor business practice. Like this, there is a huge amount of fallout for this.
So
Like
you
there
think
is
that will
a
happen
lot of
within-
shit that can happen.
But do you think this will happen in the next month?
I mean, it takes a while for lawsuits to apply, so I'd give it maybe 3 months at least. Because they have to it's not just one person filing a lawsuit, they have to do a collective lawsuit. They have to do a business lawsuit. You know, like how Red Bull had to do reimbursement claims because apparently people actually thought that Red Bull gives you wings. But it would have to be something like that. It would have to be essentially it would have to be concept versus consumers rather. It would have to be a business file lawsuit.
Well, because some people will argue that it's like, oh, but they kickstarted it, and I'm like, yes, but that doesn't mean that you get broken goods.
The thing is that even though they backed it, that still doesn't apply because it's only happening to people who get the physical version of the game, which wasn't an option for backers to get. You actually had to go and buy it on your own accord. And because of a faulty product is ruining another product of yours and making products that you pay for inaccessible, that is grounds for lawsuit. Because it is falsely advertised, I think. Not falsely advertised, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. Do you feel bad for Nintendo now that they're hearing all about this? And they're
They
like,
have to do damage control too.
And they're like, God damn it, concept.
God damn it.
We're
We're removing Mega Man from Smash now. God damn it.
It's not all a concept. It's Deep Silver's fault. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of people at fault here. Mostly the people who bought it twice. ARMS.
I'm okay with my decisions as of right now.
Not me. They're gonna make a sequel of this shit. You understand that?
So,
No, Nintendo should be like, you're not putting this shit on our console. Fuck you.
no, they will
Yeah, no, they
want that
can't.
game on there.
They can't. Like, after they see what happened, it would be a poor business decision on their part to be like, okay, we'll trust you this one time because we think that you learned your lesson after making hundreds of people's consoles brick.
I think if there's a sequel, it's definitely going to be on a Nintendo console.
God help us if it's on an NX. And the same shit happens.
I don't think it will happen. Hopefully they will learn from
Do
this.
you really not think it'll happen?
Bullshit, they're not gonna learn.
You never know.
I have a feeling that the Vita version of Mighty Number 9 is just going to be a port of the 3DS version.
3DS,
Just
yeah,
fucking
that's what it's going to be. That's what, yeah. I've said that all along. Once they
It's gonna
announced the delay, I'm like, the Vita version is going to be the 3DS.
It's going.
It's going to be a
Mighty Number
graphical
9 is somehow going to look worse It's gonna look like the Vita port of Resident Evil Revelations 2. It's gonna look like it's gonna be like almost PlayStation 1 era graphics.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see that game on 3DS.
I
Okay,
give up.
Yeah,
I give up on I give up on life. I get like there's nothing redeemable for me about Mighty Number 9 anymore. I'm almost tempted to just never review it, but I feel like I need to review it as a person that's been waiting 3 years for it. This is not just a game anymore to me. This is not a fucking game. It's 3 years of stress while watching backer updates and watching documentaries and shit and listening to music that is really nice. This goes beyond just a game now. It is essentially like pre-ordering the Assassin's Creed movie.
Yeah.
Something you know isn't going to be true to form, but god damn it.
Oh my god, Sonic the Hedgehog on Twitter.
Again, or was it the one I retweeted?
It was
Oh no.
retweeted.
Oh no.
Did it again?
Congrats on the launch, Mighty Number 9. It's better than nothing.
And then Sonic. Oh.
Sonic. That is fucking savage. I gotta embed that in my review.
That.
I gotta embed that shit in my review.
Sonic.
The Sonic Hedgehog, the Sonic Twitter is so savage. I love it. It's such a good Twitter. Whoever handles that Twitter account deserves like a raise.
It's their social media manager, probably.
Yeah.
I know, but they deserve a raise because they are the kings of video game Twitters right now. Like they are just 100% devoted to their art.
They don't even need permission to post this shit because they just know everyone in the office will laugh at it.
Yeah, I know. It feels like there's a lot of in-jokes going on right now. Like, the person is just hanging out with a group of friends and they start joking about Mighty Number 9. It's just like, oh, wait, I have a tweet.
We have this all the time, though. That guy is the guy that handles it. He's into all this stuff, so he's into me. That's why this happens.
Yeah. Dude, it's savage.
Yeah. Don't you remember they even tweeted at Overwatch when that came out?
Yeah.
Something that doesn't have to do anything with Sega.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's popular.
Mm-hmm. Even they tweeted at a Nintendo for Star Fox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they like doing stuff like this.
Yeah, reaching out, being buddy.
Yeah. I love them. So anything more to add on Mighty Number 9?
No, there's nothing left to add.
Not yet.
Okay.
There's nothing left. There's nothing left. Only an empty void in my soul.
Okay. So should we start wrapping up?
Yep.
Yeah, let's wrap this up so I can wrap up my boredom and play Mighty Number 9.
Kuro, start wrapping it up.
Okay, so my Twitter handle is @demon_sorceress. Armando?
At ArmsMZ.
Tyler?
At I'm dead inside. No, it's at Replay Tie Heretic. I should change my handle to that though. Just for the Mighty Number 9 release.
And we also have a Patreon, guys. So if you pay us $1 a month, you get all of our podcasts a day early, audio version, and you also get the Blaze Kick podcast, which is exclusive to Patreons. And for $5, you get all of our video content a day early.
Some of it.
For now.
Video series. Yeah.
We're still working on the video stuff.
Yeah.
But
for now, it's mostly Flashfire.
Yeah.
Which I recently did the Resident Evil 7 demo, so if you want to see me freak the fuck out, then go watch it.
Arms is gonna have a Mighty Number 9 Flashfire up soon. And also, if you have like 6 hours to kill, we have our entire E3 live show on YouTube.
Yeah, and Noah went to the Nintendo World Store and played Zelda. He made
Basically, have a lot of content.
Yeah.
Basically, have a lot of content. Please watch it all.
Yeah, leave comments, please.
So our Patreon page is patreon.com/
Basic.
Yes.
Yeah, Blazekick.
And then our website is at blazekick.com.
Yeah.
Okay, and our YouTube channel is youtube.com/user/BlazeKickMedia, and then our Twitter is @BlazeKickTweet. And that's all for today. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye,
Mighty
guys.
Number sucks.